It's about to be action-packed, so sit back and enjoy your snacks while we keep it real. Oh, hell yeah!
What's going on, real? This is your man Trey.
And it's your girl Tasha.
Made to the real where we keep it real. This is the Captain Marvel spoiler review.
Spoilers. You can put that up there for you. Spoilers. So that means if you haven't seen it, leave. Come back after you watch the movie.
Okay, that's the end of that. I'm finna shut down the hate. I'm finna have a lot of thumbs down on this video. And guess what? Actually, do I give 1, 2, 3, 4 any fucks? Captain Marvel. Let's start with the beginning. The tribute to Stan Lee. Unbelievable.
Yes.
It caught me by surprise that I started crying.
Y'all know how they normally come in with the Marvel movies. You know, they did a little comic book role or whatever show they showing. Yeah, but they did all pictures of Stan Lee. I thought that was so sweet that they did.
I'm in that bit like
caught him in the chest,
crying.
But it was nice though. It was
so
nice. Like, you know, like we know he gone, but I just wasn't expecting it. Like I was expecting like a something at the end or you know like something like that. But all Stan Lee.
It's all Stan Lee. So in that respect, Captain Marvel movie, that was a plus for me in and of itself. I was like, so with that, I became biased right there. Let's go. Opening scene. We see her, I think it's on the ground, but initially she's dreaming. No, we see her scroll come up and shooting. She wakes up having a nightmare, you know? She goes to her mentor. Wakes him up out of his sleep. Begins to train. Training strong, very strong. Opening scene, nice little fight scene. Of course, she loses until she blasts his ass. Teaches her how to control emotions. Okay, yeah, every soldier needs control. Cut. We go see the Supreme Intelligence. It's good. I like the Supreme Intelligence. You see who you most respect when you see the Supreme Intelligence. And that of it itself, when I saw the Supreme Intelligence, that triggered something in my mind off rip. I was like, well, Captain Marvel was initially Miss Marvel. So when she was Miss Marvel, she became Captain Marvel. So with that, I know how the MCU works. So when I saw the Supreme Intelligence, I was like, that's Marvel for you. Always switching things up, changing the game. I'm with it. At first, initially I was mad, but I was like, you know what? Shit change all the time. Roll with the shit.
Elaborate for the people that don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is a spoiler review.
Right. It's a review. You described the whole movie. Like you gotta tell them what you mean when you say like when you saw her, what that meant. Like in the comics, it's different. So everybody don't read the comics.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't say it because it is a spoiler review. The Supreme Intelligence mirrored someone that Veers, who was her name at the time, Veers, Captain Marvel, respected, admired, and we get to the point in the movie where we figure out who that person is, Dr. Lawson or Marvel.
Okay.
You initially think that Marvel is Jude Law, and a lot of people assume that. But I know how Marvel works. I was like, nah, it's not. It's never that cut and dry. It's never that cut and dry with Marvel. You got something you want to say?
You not explaining it like how you explained it to me.
What you mean?
About their connection and why you thought that was Marvel and what they changed in the movie. That's what I'm like.
Well, you explained it then since I explained
How he explained it to me was that Marvel in the comics, of course, it's a guy. It's not a girl. I mean, like a lady like they put in the movie. And in the movie, to me, I was like, yeah, they have a connection, but to me, it was like, it wasn't as deep as how he made it seem like it was in the comics. In the comic books, it's like Marvel was her teacher, I guess, wanted her to have those powers, like gave her those powers willingly, not necessarily like how it happened in the movie. Like in the comics, they have more of a bond and a connection, and he felt like she deserved those powers, and that's why it went down the way it did in the comics. In the movie, I was gonna say in the show, in the movie, you have Marvel, and like you really only see her as this pilot or this lady that's over this pilot program, and it's like, yeah, she trusting these women with this secret mission, but it don't really go deeper than that. Like, she didn't necessarily know what they were doing. She just kind of jumped on board for this mission. It's like she was like, oh, this mission important. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Like, it wasn't no super deep connection there. So that's my thing, is like the way he explained it to me, like that connection in the comics was deeper. Like how Jude Law was her teacher, like in the movie, that's why you would have thought that's who that was, until you find out later that, you know,
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. I just woke up too, y'all, so bear with me. But when we initially find out what happened and how she got her powers from the explosion, now the powers that did happen to a degree in the comics. Most people thought that her blood mixed with what's the dude's name? Jude Law character blood. That didn't happen. That's not how it happened, guys. Her blood mixed with Marvel. You have to remember, when you watch the movie, Marvel is on the ground. Her blood is leaking. Jude Law character got blown away the opposite direction. Marvel was right there next to her. So when the explosion happened, her blood mixed with the blood of the explosion, and Carol blood. Boom. Now you have Captain Marvel. So let's cut back. Let's go back to the beginning. This is how people say this movie is trash. If you say this movie is trash, you didn't like Captain America, you didn't like The Winter Soldier, and you didn't like Civil War. How the fuck can you say that? Let me break it down for you. The initial scene, the opening scene, training montage. Captain America Winter Soldier. Captain America was running training. Then we cut to Captain America on a ship, just like in Captain Marvel, on a ship, jumps off the ship, does what? Dive in the water. Goes on a mission. Okay, Captain America, go back to the first Avengers. He gets caught doing a mission on the ship with she was on the ship with the Skrulls. Crash landed.
They kidnapped her.
Yeah, they kidnapped her. She fights her way out. Didn't Captain America in the first Avengers fight his way out to stop the? It's parallels to these movies. If you really pay attention, Captain America movies, this Captain Marvel movie have parallels. Stop saying this movie's trash.
I just feel like my whole thing is, first of all, judge for yourself. Don't listen to nobody else if you go see it. Second, I feel like as a person who doesn't read comic books and knew nothing about this character, I feel like her origin story did me justice, because now I understand who she is, why she acts the way she does, how she got her powers, and how she's gonna affect Endgame. And that's what the movie was supposed to do. Like, the movie was supposed to set up her origin story and let you know how she's gonna be important in Endgame, and that's what they did. Like, it's people that's leaving reviews before they even see the movie. Like Trey was telling me, I think she got over 50,000 reviews already. But Infinity War, right?
Yeah.
Infinity War didn't even get how many views totals? I mean,
think
reviews
like,
7,000.
I think like total. And like
Now,
the
how
total
that
run-
big movie for Avengers ain't get 7,000 reviews, but this lady movie just came out and already got 50,000? Like, that's BS to me. Like, I feel like people doing that on purpose. Like, it don't matter what she said at the end of the day. And then it's people that's going into the movie, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just already, they don't want to see it. So, of course, that's how you going to feel. I always go into situations open. I just feel like that. Because we've watched plenty of movies that people say are trash and they not trash to us. It depends on the person. I feel like it wasn't overly, like, people trying to say it's a feminist movie. I don't feel like they overdid that. Because, like, it was a dude in every part of the movie. Like, I don't understand what they meant by that. Like, the only thing Marvel, like in the comics, like Shay said, used to be a guy. They switched that character.
They gender
That's
bent.
it. But her best friend, like the black lady that's the fighter pilot, back in the 90s, that wasn't a thing back then. So, like, that was the only thing that I can see that people had an issue with. Because she wasn't one of them women that was just going to lay down and take whatever. You know what I'm saying? She stood up for herself, so I guess that's the issue. It's like, y'all don't want to see weak women, but y'all don't want to see overly strong women either. Like, I don't understand. Like, I just felt like, and then people talk about her acting was like two-dimensional or whatever. But I'm like, for a person who doesn't remember where they came from, don't know they from Earth, last 6 years you've been on an alien planet where people telling you to keep your emotions in check, that's how you gonna come across. Like, you're not...
And like, look at the other guys that were around her. They were emotionless. The guy that played...
I wish I could think of his name. The black guy that was on the ship.
With from Guardians.
And he was like, I'm laughing on the inside. And he didn't crack a smile. Like, they was all serious. The girl, the blue girl that was sniping, she knew that this motherfucker was from Earth the whole time. She was there when all this shit happened. Ain't said a word. Said, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of these people show any kind of emotion.
None.
And you've been with them for the last 6 years, and then your past is erased. So you trying to fit in, thinking you supposed to be like these people, then that's just what somebody been training you to act like this for 6 years. That's how you gonna come across.
So,
I mean, I get it in some, but my whole thing is too, people always blame the actor or the actress. They have directors. Like, a director has to tell them how to act or feel in certain situations. Blame the director if y'all don't like how she acting. She's been in other stuff that people love. So if she acted a certain way in this, that's how they directed her to act. I mean, technically she from Earth, but she like half alien now. So like, what you
half Kree?
Like what you want her to be
human
like?
hybrid? Like, she's a hybrid now. It's
I'm
totally
like, you
different.
saw how quick them people call what they call the people with the hammers, the people from with the little shit song that was about to blow everything up.
I think I forgot that the Ronin the Accuser. That's what they call it.
Right, like you see how quick they was them people go fuck people up without a second thought. Like, they don't have no emotions. So
and
it's
she
like,
was already a military soldier. She was in the Air Force.
right.
Like,
she just.
Have you ever met somebody in the military? Stiff, rigid.
And then you got to look at her childhood too. She looked like she was only raised by her dad. They never showed her mom at all. Then she was always doing like boy stuff and getting yelled at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to do this. Or she would always be falling and people would laugh at her, whatever. You got to look at the background. Every woman you meet is not going to cry every time something bad happens to them. Like, that's just not how all people are built. I don't think I ever seen Black Widow cry, right? I don't think I ever seen, like... But it's okay for her to act like she ain't got no feelings.
What it was is, I'm going to say it, people didn't like what Brie Larson said, so you got your little feelings hurt, so now you're trying to sabotage her movie. That's not going to happen, guys. This is a Marvel movie. Like, you can go in that bitch, you can write your little reviews and say this movie sucks, when it doesn't.
I just feel like, I get that everybody, when they hear Marvel, it's like you expect certain stuff. I feel like they delivered for an origin story. It's not Avengers. You don't have all these big characters that we already know in a story where we about to go fuck somebody up. You have somebody that most people have never seen or heard of before, or if they've heard of them, they've never read a comic to know what she could do, or, you know, like how her story began. I feel like they did a good job of putting her story in while they were putting in action, so you didn't get bored.
And this is the thing. During the movie, you see this chip in her neck. I was like, what is that chip for? She doesn't have that shit. What? I was like, easily me, being a comic book guy, I was like, that's holding her back.
Yeah.
So when that shit comes off,
can be taken away is what they said in the movie.
When that shit came out, we see full Captain Marvel. But people, you don't see perfected Captain Marvel. You see clumsy Captain Marvel, someone who has just realized her potential Now, what you're gonna get in Endgame, what the Russos are gonna direct, you're gonna get a perfected.
Because that's what
Captain Marvel. That's 24 years later.
20 years later to develop her power. I think a lot of people get lost in the fact that this movie is from the 90s. I saw comments that was like, "Oh, Nick Fury ain't acting the way he's supposed to act." It's him, but like 20 years ago.
He just found out aliens exist.
Like this was a regular ass, smegular office. No superheroes, no aliens, none of that stuff. She drops out the sky into a blockbuster, and he laughing like, you know what I'm saying? She on
Nick
drugs
Fury
and
don't
dressed
laugh.
up.
I thought it was a different take on the character. I was like, oh, this is Nick Fury before Nick Fury. This is director Colonel Nicholas Fury, baby.
If you're an adult and you're a certain age, look at your life 20 years ago compared to now, and you see if you exactly the same as you were. I know I wouldn't. Like, I know I wouldn't. Because all this mouth y'all been eating now, I wasn't like that back then. I was quiet. I ain't say nothing. Like, I had to become that person through life experiences. So, what's the line he be saying? Last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye. That's how you see what happened in the movie. And then it's like, eventually, I'm sure over the course of those 24 years, is how he became Fury. Like, that's how, you know what I'm saying, he was. You could tell he was kind of a hard ass anyway, but as
it
you
wasn't
learn
to the
about
degree now.
all of this other shit that's going on in the world, that probably changes you as a person. Like, shit ain't like what you thought it was.
And then we see Project Pegasus. We get a lot of things that answer questions like, well, how did they get here? How did they get here? Remember, Howard Stark in the first Avenger found the Tesseract. And we were like, okay. So what happened to the Tesseract? Because he died in 91. This is 95. So where's the Tesseract? Oh, okay. Now we know where it is. Marvel has it.
Dr. Lawson.
Yeah.
For those of y'all
she had it. Then, by the end of the movie, who gets it? Colonel Nicholas J. Fury.
And I don't even like cats like that, y'all. But Goose kind of stole the show for me. It was kind of funny to see Goose in the movie. And then we got to see like a young Agent Coulson. Like, that's how you know it was 20 years ago and it was different. Because Coulson was like new to the job. Like, he hadn't even been working there that long. Him and Nick hadn't built up that. Like, they had an okay relationship, but they hadn't built up their relationship like they had by the time the first Avengers came around or whatever.
Exactly.
Like, you see the steps that are leading up to the Avengers Initiative and other shit being out in the world.
You see where he gets the name, the Avenger Initiative. We thought it came from Captain America. No. A lot of people thought that. Like, this movie really sets up the MCU pre-Iron Man.
Yeah. But I had fun with it though, because it's like all the 90s references, like, I didn't feel like it was over there. It was funny to me to see like Dial-Up and Blockbuster, Radio Shack, like shit that don't really fucking exist.
Like, Radio Shack. I was like,
payphones. She using payphones, like all this kind of stuff.
I was like,
pinball machines, and you know what I'm saying. It was funny to see stuff like that. A Fonzie lunchbox from Happy Days, like you don't see stuff like that. So it was funny for me. Like, it was nostalgic. I get maybe some younger people may not get it. They might be like, I'm tired of these or whatever. But like the car chase while she was in the train, like the little fight scenes, those damn scrolls.
Y'all. When she was looking for the scroll that attacked her at the payphone, and then you see Stan Lee, it felt like when he looked up at her and she smiled, it to me it was quite charming. People was like, she had no personality. She wasn't. That smile she gave was like, I got this. Like, it looked like it was a passing of the torch from Robert Downey Jr. to Brie Larson as, I got this.
I don't think he said nothing in this one, did he?
Who?
He didn't say anything. He just smiled, right?
Yeah,
he
had
a copy of Mallrats.
Yeah,
like a movie.
I think it was. I think that's a Kevin Smith movie. I believe.
But Stan Lee was actually in that movie in the 90s, which makes it like, you know. So
it was funny because I'm like, when I saw her smile at him, like, I got this. Like, wow. Like, okay. Like, I am totally okay with her being the face of Marvel for the next 10 years or
And
however
see,
long
that's
she
what I
gonna
told
do
him.
it.
Like, I can't see, like, as many people is complaining, I can't see anybody else playing her now. And that's how you supposed to feel when you leave a movie, like watching a superhero movie. Can't nobody else replace that person.
Yeah.
That's how she made me feel. Like, I understood what she was going through. Like, yes, all movies have, like, their issues, whether it be CGI or this little thing could have been done better. But, like, the reviews and the hate that it's getting are not worth the little things that was wrong. Like, everybody have issues. No movie is going to be perfect. Like, even Infinity War had issues. And even... I'm sure Endgame might have issues, but I'm like, people still gonna be all up in it. You know what I'm saying? In it to win it. Can't nobody tell them that they did nothing wrong.
This is the thing, y'all. By the end of the movie, you see how powerful she is and how she's ready to take over and lead this team and be let's go whoop Thanos' ass. Let's go take it to him.
And then the movie had me so conflicted because I was studying temperature. I was like, ain't the Skrulls the bad guys? That's what I was looking like. I was like, is this a setup? You know, like when you watching the movie, I'm like...
And like, this is the thing. People are saying like, well, we can't do Secret Invasion. Yes, you can. You have to remember, this is set in 1995. That 24 years, a lot of things can change. People can change. In 24 years, things change. You're not the same person from 1995 to 2019. You're not.
I told Trey because of her powers, I was like, she gonna look exactly the same. I was like, we gonna fast forward to Endgame, and if they ever show her friend or like Captain Marvel 2, like her friend gonna be like, oh, and the little
her
girl
friend's
gonna be
in her what? Let's say she's 26. Her friend, who's the little girl mother's gonna be 46. The little girl's gonna be an adult. In the second Captain Marvel movie, she's gonna be Photon, I think it is. The little girl from the movie, she's gonna be an adult and she's gonna be Photon. And Photon eventually becomes Captain Marvel in the comics. It's set up so perfectly that this hate is laughable to me. I find it amusing, and I feel like you men who are doing it, because it's a lot of men doing it. Because I see women watching it and women saying that I didn't know anything about this character, but I love her. She's great. They love her. This is my biggest issues. My biggest issue initially was the Marvel thing, but I watched Doctor Strange. Yeah, the Supreme one was a woman. Oh well, so you gonna change Marvel? It's Marvel. I expected it. Now at this point, I expect it. So whatever. You're not gonna use Marvel. Boom. Whatever. I get it. The character's dead. Fuck it.
My whole thing is all that feminist bullshit and all that stuff aside. I went in open to watch a Marvel movie about a character I did not know, whether it was female, whether it was a male. My whole thing was, did the movie, I didn't fall asleep. I didn't feel bored. Like, I know Batman and Superman, and when I went to go see Batman v Superman, I was out of there. I was like, the movie didn't even pick up for me till Wonder Woman came. And I'm like, these are characters I already know. But they did the movie justice by, you got action, then you include a little backstory. You got action, you include a little backstory. Instead of boring you the first half of the movie about a story you don't know or understand, then showing the action later. Like, I feel like they remedied that fine. I don't feel like anything was wrong with that. Now, for, like, us, we're honest, but at the same time, like, people consider us, I know we're not critics or whatever like that, but sometimes, like, some of y'all gonna come here to look for our opinion to see if y'all should go watch the movie or not. So for any reactor that's, like, already, like, on some BS before they even go see it, I feel like you shouldn't even do a review. You should delete that shit. That's what you should do. Because it's trash to give your opinion on something if you didn't give it your 100%, like when you went in being open 100%. Like, always remember that your ass a person too when somebody reviewing your fucking content. Remember that shit. Now watch when you pull out some bullshit on your content and everybody like, oh, this shit trash, you need to take it down. Then you gonna be mad. Oh, I don't feel like you got enough, you know what I'm saying, character. I don't feel like you three-dimensional, like whatever. Remember, you a person too. At the end of the day, that lady has to go home and look at all that bullshit online, and it ain't even worth all that. The movie was fine, and I'm pretty sure her numbers, like the ticket sales, are gonna show that. Like I've seen plenty of guys like online, like I don't see the issue. Like I like the movie, I loved her as Captain Marvel, but then you got these old misogynistic assholes that's like she ain't got no ass, she ain't built up like this. That ain't got shit to do with her being Captain Marvel.
I don't get that shit. I don't get that shit.
But the same motherfuckers you want to replace her with built up the same way. So I don't need none of that.
I'm like, she's beautiful. I don't get that. I'm like, she's not ugly in any aspect, any shape or form. I don't
but
get
the
that.
thing that I told Trey that's gonna be funny, when the same men go watch Black Widow movie and they see her as a fucking robot because she's an assassin with no emotions, we gonna see what y'all gotta say then.
Yeah,
ain't nobody gonna say that about ScarJo though. Ain't nobody gonna say that about ScarJo because it's ScarJo. Like Scarlett Johansson, she beautiful, she made up like this, she just said that does not matter. You are there to watch the Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
And she is gonna be a robot because they basically taking her as a kid and fixing her to be a certain way for later on. But ain't nobody gonna have an issue with that. But y'all can't understand that a person who don't remember their humanity and basically the last 6 years been with fucking aliens don't have no fucking humanity. Like she got some, but like I can understand if you don't remember that being gone. Like, like I just wish people sometimes I just be wanting to name names and just tell people shut the fuck up. But I'm gonna keep it classy though. I ain't gonna do that. That's as classy as you gonna get. Is that you wrong, and that y'all need to like be more careful when y'all critiquing people's shit, because at the end of the day, you doing the same thing. You may not be acting on YouTube, but you still displaying content that somebody that has to be viewed by other people. Like at the end of the day, she's still a person. She was directed by the director to act that way. Kevin Feige made the damn movie, so obviously he ain't had no problem with it. He ain't let us down yet.
He hasn't. Like, and
people like the movie bad as Thor: The Dark World. I'm like,
I don't know about that shit.
I was appalled at some of the comments I saw, because I was like, what did you go see? Because we couldn't have been watching the same movie.
I'm like, I've been seeing people say this is the worst Marvel movie. I'm like, what movie did you watch?
You have to realize the movie set in the 90s.
1995.
Realize the placement of the movie. It's between Infinity War and Endgame because they trying to introduce you to this OPS character that's about to come and shut shit down. You have to know, like, if she would have just showed up, then everybody would be like, who the fuck is this? Like, they showing you her origin story because she's gonna be a big part of the next movie. And I got why they had to do that, because I saw her powers and I was like, oh. I was like, because I used to tell Trey, like, I'm not the typical chick that's just gonna be like, because you're a female, I'm automatically like, oh, I'm going to see it, blah, blah, blah. No, I was like, who is this bitch? How she about to come trump Iron Man, Thor, Captain America? How she about to outdo my boys? That's when I'm on some shit like that.
She was like that. Like, when I told her who Captain Marvel was,
I was like,
she was like, this is Tasha. Tasha was like, no, she's not finna come in this bitch and beat Thor, Captain America, Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? She ain't that bold. She ain't that powerful. I was like,
I don't be on the train like that.
Being the comic book guy I am, I was like, no, you don't understand. Like,
but when I saw the movie, I was like,
most people don't understand. Like, you don't understand,
bitch. When she got and like y'all got that chip off, and when she started cutting loose. And when she made them dudes run back home, I was laughing so hard. Them whatever the prosecutors or whatever the fuck they the people,
they're part of the Kree too, I believe.
They was like, oh, we out. They about to go back.
This is the thing, y'all. Y'all not understanding. Thanos is gonna be nothing. This is the thing. This is the thing y'all need to be worried about. The next big bad, because she's so OP. The next person they have to fight in the MCU, the next guy that's the next bigger than Thanos, because that person has to be strong as fuck so we can have a battle. Remember, Avengers set up Thanos back in 2012. We had to have somebody to battle this guy so we can beat his ass.
Yeah. But like as far as like the cinematography and like the fight scenes and the visuals, like I liked all that stuff. Like seeing her power up, bitch. Like, you know, people keep saying she went Super Saiyan. Seeing her do that, I was like, bitch. And then like seeing her like I guess, connect to a point to where her powers were like fully unleashed, to where like even though she still don't know how to use them, it still was like you looking like, damn, like this is what we about to see. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is me 10 minutes into using my powers. I don't fully understand how strong I am.
She was dope. Like Trey said, he said the CGI was a little spotty. I don't know. I can't never tell.
At the end, but that's any movie. Like, I mean, I saw spotty spots in Infinity War with Bruce and the Hulkbuster. It was some spotty scenes in that bitch, but that's to be expected. I mean, nothing's perfect.
Right. I liked it though, and I would just tell anybody that still was hard headed enough to watch this shit without, you know what I'm saying, seeing the movie, to go see it and judge for yourself. Don't let somebody else's opinions taint how you feel about something. We're all individual people and we all got different opinions. I get everybody won't like every movie, but when I see you going into a movie looking a certain way before the movie even start, that's how I already know you full of shit. You ain't seen one clip of the fucking movie and then you already like, oh, it's trash.
That shit boggles my mind. I'm like, dude, how the fuck can you give a review for a movie and you haven't even seen said movie?
Like, I get people gonna have an issue, but my whole thing is, half of y'all motherfuckers support, I ain't gonna even name no names, but half of y'all support fucked up people. But for shit that you know they've done or said, and y'all still go watch that movie like they the most innocent person on earth. So why don't y'all do the same for her and don't worry about what she said? And she didn't even say nothing fucked up. It's just that class of people that she was addressing that was upset. She wasn't talking to me, so I enjoyed my. She wasn't talking to me, so I enjoyed the movie and I recommend it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting on Captain Marvel 2 because I already know what it's gonna be set in present day.
Right. So you already
then we gonna get we gonna get her niece as an adult.
Yeah.
Watch me. Look what day is it? 3/9/2019. This movie probably gonna come out what? 2022 maybe.
Depending on what they got.
Depending on what they do, how they set up shit for it's gonna be after the next Avengers movie. But even still, we gonna get the little girl you saw in the movie. We gonna get her as an adult.
Lieutenant Trouble.
Yeah. Hers Photon. Because you gotta introduce other characters. By the time Captain Marvel 2, we gonna have a lot of ladies in the MCU. A lot of ladies. We gonna have a lot of ladies. And like, this is the thing, and I'm gonna keep saying this shit. I'm gonna keep taking this dig as long as I fucking live. Because if you don't like Captain Marvel, there's no way you'll watch a Squirrel Girl movie. No fucking way. You're not gonna tell me you'll watch a Squirrel Girl movie. There's no fucking way. If you don't like Captain Marvel, there's no way Kevin Feige will sign off on, oh yeah, do a Squirrel Girl movie. No fucking way. There is no way. It'll never happen.
And like, to be honest, it's not like a whole bunch of reactors that are being negative. It's just a handful. It's like people like the movie and then they may point out like one or two things that they didn't like, which is cool. That's normal. Like, you're not gonna always like 100% of a movie. Like, that's just, it's gonna be something that could have been done better or should have been done or all that stuff like that, yeah. Which is cool. Like I said, for an origin story, this is a good movie. People keep, I guess, trying to put it on the same level as like an Avengers film, but I'm like, in Avengers, you got a bunch of characters that we all know and love coming together to like fight an evil. Like, yes, that's gonna be a different type of movie than an origin story, but it still didn't let me down.
And let's be clear, you can't compare this movie to Black Panther. That was different. All black people go see that movie. You can't compare this to Black Panther. You can't do that. Like, well, Black Panther another monster.
That movie had a different kind of meaning behind it. That's why it was a certain way. Like,
exactly.
You got all black.
You can't sit there like, I know what people are gonna say in my comments because I know
Black
y'all.
Panther's origin story. But even still, I knew who Black Panther was. I didn't know this lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know Black Panther. I don't know her. Like, that's just how it is. And then like Black Panther, you got a predominantly black cast in Africa. Who do movies in Africa from Marvel that's like gonna be that big like that? Nobody.
You gotta understand the situation, y'all.
I don't know this lady. Like, this is like when the first Thor came out, I was like iffy about going to see that because I'm like, I don't know him. Like, I didn't know them characters like that. I knew Spider-Man. and the X-Men. If it wasn't them, I wasn't fooling with it. Like, eventually Iron Man, because he was when he owned like Spider-Man at some point or something like that? Or was that War Machine?
Both.
But I'm like, I don't know, Thor, what this hammer? What is this? That's what I was like when that shit came out. But like, it was cool. It wasn't perfect, but like, it was cool.
I don't even think
we didn't go to the theaters to see it. I think we like saw it after.
Yeah.
I think we went to the theaters to see Thor: The Dark World, but then I don't think you was into it like that. And then like the last Thor was good. Like, it was good compared. Even people don't like the last Thor because it was always so much comedy. But I'm like, people gonna nitpick about anything. So
the last Thor was the best Thor.
But like the girl who played her best friend, like she did good in the movie. I like Sam's portrayal as a young Nick.
Yeah,
it was nice.
And like for them to de-age him throughout the entire movie, that was a lot of budget. Like,
did they de-age him though? Because I thought he said they ain't do nothing but give him the hair.
Man, they de-aged him.
But you could tell they de-aged Agent Coulson.
Oh yeah, you can tell that.
Than Sam, like he didn't look that much far off. Other than that hair piece, he didn't look that much far off than how he looked anyway.
And that's another thing I didn't like. Whoever did that hair piece, they were wrong for that shit. I did not like
Sam.
that. Yeah, I did not.
But that might have been how it looked in the 90s. You gotta remember, like I done seen some cops with their hairline like that on some 90s shows, bro.
I did not like that hair piece on my
man. He can't have no fade and no wave check. Like,
I'm just saying Samuel L. Jackson too cool for that shit. That's all I'm saying.
But
that was
the
my
90s.
man.
I just feel like if you go back, think about Carl from Family Matters, or like when you think about that hairstyle, you think about them dads from the 90s. Carl. I can't mention some other Carl. But I'm just saying, like,
you can't mention.
Did you?
Hold up. Say the name. Oh, okay.
Like when you think about the dads from back then, like they had like hairlines like that. That was like a typical black dad hairstyle back in the 80s and 90s.
I did not like that shit. I was like, man, y'all could have came up with the line or something. Like y'all could.
I could have too retro. It would have been. I mean, it would have been.
I would have really y'all just kept them bald. But then I do understand that this is a young Nick Fury, so you gotta take it as it is.
That's what I just feel like. People, you gotta just put in your mind. Even though it's 2019, you're watching a movie that's supposed to be a 95. So just.
And I really.
But I liked it. The way she came on the scene, the struggles she had, like seeing her try to piece back her story after being like basically lied to. Well, I mean, the way she was lied to, but also like she kind of forgot to.
Honestly, I feel like they could have put more characters in this movie. I mean, they could have put Hank Pym. They could have put I can't even think.
They probably didn't want to take away from her shine though.
True.
But
I'm like when they were at like Pegasus. When they were at Pegasus, they could have Peggy. They could have used Peggy. She could have been there. Like, you know, she would have been older, but you know, they could have used they could have did a little scene where she starts to forget where her Alzheimer's kick in, and we would be like, oh, so this is when it started. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I can see that, but I can also see why they didn't do it.
True,
because they want you to watch the movie for Captain Marvel. They don't want you to watch it for nobody else, especially being her first movie.
I'm just saying, I'm like that little nostalgia just would have, know what I'm saying? For me, it would have gave it a few more points, just a few more points. But we saw the Pegasus Center. That's where they were with in the Avengers movie, where you saw the Tesseract and Loki came in, that big place where they took out. That's what that was. Okay. Yeah.
But I like the movie though. Like I said, like it gave me a different like aspect and outlook on her character. Now I know her. I know what she can do. I get why they bringing in the big guns. Like I understand. So, I mean,
Captain Marvel 2, I can't wait to see it, honestly. I'm like, cause
and then like the mid-credit scene.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, when they had, I guess like Trey was saying that the movie might end with the pager going off, but what they kind of did was fast forward to where they had already got the pager, and then they was just waiting on the signal.
I guess they went to Nick Fury's last known location, got the pager, took it to the New Avengers facility. Remember that name, New Avengers. And was trying to figure out who was on the other end. Black Widow was like, I want to know who on the other end of that page. Turn around.
Damn, she scared the shit out of me. I don't know if Trey seen me jump, bitch. I literally jumped. Because, like, it was one of them scary movie cuts. Like, you be waiting on the killer and then turn around, that bitch be right behind.
And people are going to be confused, like, wait. Why the fuck is she the same age? She doesn't age as much
Right,
because of her Cree blood. So remember that.
I would think even being absorbing all that power, like she wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, age.
Crees
like
don't age at the same rate as. So that's gonna
like
be
you
the
can
reason.
see that her hair was longer. That showed you that she had been gone. I mean, that
Like-
her hair was like right here in the movie, and then it was like down some. But like, babe, when that pager went off, where's Fury? Like she wasn't playing. She was like,
And like I don't know how much time has passed from when they got the pager to her getting there. But think about her coming across the galaxy. And this is what she was doing, y'all. She was flying in space, like just flying. That's how fast she is. She's flying through space on her own. Notice though, we didn't get Tony though. Tony wasn't there.
Cause like, he probably still in space or whatever at that point when they when some of that go on.
But all in all, y'all go see this.
Cause
movie
she
for
might be the
yourself.
one to go get them out of space. Or something, because she can do all that, but I don't know. But I'm ready. Like, this made me ready to watch Endgame so I can see how all the pieces gonna fit together.
Yeah.
Like I said, just always kind of have your own opinion. Like, it ain't gonna be the most perfect Marvel movie. Like, it ain't gonna be the best out of the best, but it ain't the worst either.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't the worst, like, people making it seem. Like,
No.
it was good for an origin story. Like, I feel like it was better than Thor's origin story, to me. Thor 1 and 2. And I feel
Like, it was not a bad movie.
I just feel like people just being people and being
and not being a person. You're being people. A group of people thinking negatively. That's what you're doing. You're being a part of the collective.
Train. Yeah, you want to be on the hate train for no reason.
Like, you're not being a person. Me,
hate train about to crash. You still want to be on?
Me, I'm a rebel anyway. So if you don't like something, I'm gonna see. Oh, okay. I don't see the bad in this, and I'm gonna try to prove my point and show you. A lot of this movie had aspects of Captain America movies in it.
It just
a
really
lot of
grinds my gears when people take their following. You have all these millions of people following you and waiting on your opinion, only for you to dog some shit out, and you ain't never really want to go see it in the first place. If you knew you weren't gonna like it and you didn't want to see it, stay your ass at home. That's the best thing you could do for us all. Like, you always supposed to go in situations like that with an open mind. Like karma. You gonna do something one day that people gotta judge, and we gonna see how they react then.
Yeah, man. Keep an open mind. That's what I'm gonna say. Keep an open mind, cause if you don't, you're gonna block yourself from a great experience.
Now, I do feel like also, like people that may be choosing to skip the movie. If you don't know who she is, I feel like you need to see it to understand why they need her for Endgame. Like, that's why I feel like the movie was good, because now I understand why she's needed. Like, I understand why the hell Fury was like, let me page her real quick, because shit is going down. Like, I understand.
And like, we get where he get the Avenger name from, because on her jet it said Carol.
You know what?
What?
I wonder if they gonna show from her point of view, like where she was if any people fade away.
I thought they were gonna do that. That's what I thought they were gonna do in the
because that made me think.
scene.
I'm like, bitch, she might already know some shit popping off if some of the people where she was started, because it affect everybody everywhere. So
yeah, so and like that's what I thought they were gonna do. She was gonna be talking to somebody. The snap was gonna happen, and she was gonna look and get the page.
They should have did that. That would have been
and
dope.
then the back, and then another they could have did 3 end credit scenes, which would have been dope. And then you cut to her, and then you cut to Steve and them
with the
pager, and then she shows up. Yeah. Where's Fury? Then the last end credit scene, we see Goose cough up the Tesseract. You've been like, God damn, like there's a lot of credit scenes. And I'm like, but
I
it would
think
be
they
cool.
had a Top Gun reference in the movie too, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
When she was having that flashback of why do you think it's called a cockpit or some shit like that, but I can't remember. It's been a minute. But,
I haven't watched Top Gun in years.
Right. But we hope y'all enjoyed this review. If y'all did, make sure y'all leave a thumbs up. Like I said, just always keep an open mind, man. Like these people too. Like it's their job to act, but at the end of the day, it's a team that's over that shit. So you gotta blame the team if the shit come out like that and that ain't.
Yeah, I'm like, if you hated the movie so bad, talk to the top man. You know his name, Kevin Feige.
Right.
Because
that shit gotta be like, if it wasn't something they wanted, it would have to be done over.
You gotta remember, Kevin Feige watched this movie in its entirety. He did. So if he approved this, So y'all saying Kevin Feige fucking up?
Bree, keep doing your thing.
That's what y'all saying? Kevin Feige, who's giving you, what, 20 movies now? Is it 20 exactly? 20, 21 movies? Y'all saying he fucking up after 20 movies? He lost it. There's no way he lost it. Nah, I know what y'all trying to do. Y'all crazy as fuck. That girl's the face of Marvel now. Get used to it.
We finna get out of here. We appreciate y'all watching the review.
Do your thing, Bree.
Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next
Break.
review will be from us, probably will be Shazam, and then of course Endgame. And what come out this summer? Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Spider-Man. Damn.
Yeah. Time gonna be sneaking by real quick, but
I'm ready for Endgame. Oh, y'all ready for the trailer next week? I guarantee you the trailer come out next week.
Y'all tag us 1,000 times like y'all normally do, so we can.
I guarantee you, because the trailer came out, they were smart. I just realized this, y'all. Marvel's so fucking smart. They put the movie out a week before they dropped the trailer last year. They dropped the trailer last year on the 16th. The trailer go drop on the 15th. Just watch.
You done, sir?
Oh, I'm done. Because you've seen Captain Marvel. You've seen her now. So now we gonna get scenes of the movie in Endgame with her in it.
You done?
Y'all stay up, y'all stay real. Go see Captain Marvel. It's a great fucking movie.
Yes.
And for you haters, I don't care. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I'm Trey real, bitch. Those little comments don't phase me.
Really phase?
What?
I said really phase. They don't phase you.
They don't phase me.
But y'all stay real.
Hey man, I'm so ready for. Oh my god, I'm ready to see her fucking. Oh my god, I can't wait till she punch Thanos and see him flying across the fucking planet, bro. That's what I want to see. Y'all stay up, stay real. It's Trey.
It's Tasha.
Man to the real. Y'all stay real.
You already watched, so you might as well subscribe, please.